Alright, so for my homework assignment that I have to document a task, or my weekly task, I chose to do recharging my son's little four-wheeler here. Had it for a year and I already had a couple things going on with it. But basically all I want to do is show you how to charge it. So this summer we realized it wasn't working. We had to, obviously went and bought another battery for it, and then it started working again, but it won't recharge like how it came out of the box. So we kind of found a different method of how to do it. I'm sure we can, play with it more and then buy a couple new parts, but as of now, we're kind of just doing it because we've done it over and over again. Son's 14 months old. He loves to ride this thing. Every single morning he wakes up and asks to go on it, so we definitely do this almost every single day. But what you'll need is you'll need a Phillips screwdriver like that one, and then a charger like that. So I have the actual battery charging right now. He just got done with it. So that's the original charger that might be broken, but that's all you need is just those two items. So first step you'll want to do is take this hood off. And this overall project will probably take like 3 minutes to undo the battery and put it back in, but obviously the time that you really do spend is just waiting for it to charge. Usually it takes like 12 hours to charge, so I'll usually do it overnight. But anyways, so yeah, first step, take off the hood. There's a little button down here. When you press it, it takes that mechanism and you can pop that plastic off. Inside I have the old battery just to, demonstrate what's going on. Has this little bracket, so you want to use a Phillips screwdriver to undo that screw, and there's one on the back as well. Already done it, but I have the screwdriver. Like I said, undo those two. This should come right off like that. Make sure you don't lose those screws, but leave it to the side. This is my first how-to YouTube video, so this is interesting. It is hard one-handed. Here's the old battery. This is where it should be connected into. So once that's disconnected, you can take this battery out, and then we'll bring it over here. So there's the old one. Here's the new one that we have that works. This top piece will be on it. All you have to do is plug in those two wires to the positive for red, black negative there. Take that off. That's where it plugs into the actual car. So as it's on the charger, I have the negative on the negative terminal, positive on the positive over here. You can see on the battery it shows. Let's see, this battery is 12 volt, 10 amp battery, it looks like. And then we've got it on this trickle charger, which is pretty easy. So right now it's just a solid red saying it's charging. Once it's charged, it should be a solid green. If something's wrong, it'll blink red. Usually if it's blinking red, it just means either one of these terminals aren't on properly, or it's just not getting a good connection. Or it could be that this fuse inside here is out, so if there is anything going on, just problem solve with that. But once that's charged, like I said, in about 12 hours-ish, once it turns green, you should be able to put it back together. So I'll show you on this old one. Like I said, put these terminals, those wires back on the terminals. And you can take this whole piece. We'll place it back inside. Once it's back inside, we'll just connect these cables, which I don't have right now. It's on over there. Put this bracket back in. Otherwise it just moves around a lot. we like to go off curbs, so it likes to bounce around if you don't put the bracket on. Use your Phillips screwdriver, put that one on, that one back on there. Careful with all these other wires. It has a lot of cool little, you know, radio, and this is the little electric motor to the steering wheel, so I'll show you later, but it has a little controller so you can actually RC car it while he's in it. It's kind of cool. So once those are in and that's all connected, I'll just pop this plastic piece back on here. Click it. Boom. And if that battery was charging all good to go, you can test it, turn it on. It'll make some noises. And it has lights too, so it can turn on. But another thing is too, is sometimes you got to make sure. So he's too young to actually control everything himself. So we have this little cool little remote. Forward, back, you can do the speed, so it can go slower or faster. Your brakes and left and right. This just takes some AAA batteries here on the back. It actually goes through it pretty quick, so change those if it doesn't work. And I can control it while he's sitting in there, so it's pretty cool. And yeah, it has 2-wheel drive, 4-wheel drive. 4-wheel drive, it takes like an hour before it's dead. 2-wheel drive is like an hour and a half if you're just going around the block. But that's my how-to video on how to recharge our way, not the manufacturer's way, but since it's not working completely, that's our way of how to do it. And there you go. Thanks for watching.